So um, I'd like to share with you the same thing that I shared with my peer specialist on Zoom. Um, One of my fellow members in my unit and I had started off on the wrong foot way back when, and I worked to try to mend fences. Um, During the summer, I was told she doesn't want to work with me. I really uh, worked to win over her um, feeling of confidence, and I made a wonderful, excellent Zoom video interview, which I hope you will get to see. I showed a lot of compassion, which is genuine. I'm not a liar. And a few weeks before Thanksgiving, she announced that she does not want to honor Thanksgiving, that it's not her holiday, and she announced that she was going to have a Zoom of house music, and she made flyers and everything. I told her I would support her, but this was her gig. Um, I'm not judging, but what I will say is, you know, I did make a sincere effort to help, and she was scheduled to start at 4 o'clock on Thanksgiving. I, by the way, do celebrate Thanksgiving, and I had both my sons together with me. And at 3:30, she called up and said she does not know how to do this. I reached out to one of our unit uh, staff practitioners, social practitioners, and I got information how to uh, sign in and host the Zoom. I signed in and hosted the Zoom as she instructed me to do at 4 o'clock on Thanksgiving. And I had never used Spotify before. And my member, whose commitment this was, who I was trying to help, she told me use Zoom. I on the seat of my pants on the fly, I signed up for Zoom and for Spotify rather, and I made a Zoom session sharing Spotify and with house music. Um, I was on between 4 and 6. Other people were on, and this member called me 8 times. I answered the phone 7 times. Each time that I was answering the phone, each time that the phone was ringing, my sons were getting more and more tense and agitated, and because I was sounding stressed on the phone. Um, when I was trying to help her, her tone became very stressed and agitated and accusatory. She said that if I didn't know how to um, make her host of the Zoom, that she would have somebody talk me through it. She got somebody on to talk me through it. I know how to change host on a Zoom. I had to see the participant in order to, if I'm the host, I have to be able to see the participant in order to make them co-host or make them host. I did not see her as participant. And so at first I got off hoping that she would get on and become host, since she told me that I wasn't letting her be host, that I should let her be host. So I got off. Then she called me up and said, well, why are you abandoning me? And I said, I'm not. If you want, I'll get on again. But I did not see him participants to make you host. So I got on and I became host, and she called me up. She was on the phone while I was doing this. And then she asked me, how did you be able to share Spotify while you were on Zoom? And I told her I had never done this before. And I was starting to explain that you have to be in Zoom first. You have to share sound on the bottom lower left-hand side, check the box, and bring up Spotify before you share it in Zoom. And then share the Zoom and with the Spotify. And if you minimize Spotify while you're sharing the Zoom, it pauses the music in the share. I was trying to explain all this, and she interrupted me and said, "That's not what I asked you." And she was very angry and agitated and accusatory and combative and agitated and accusatory. And at that point, I tried once more. I made somebody else the host. I didn't see her on the participants. I tried to make Chiquita co-host. Chiquita didn't want it. She said she was only there to try and help. And I made somebody host who turned out to be, I believe, Nellie G-Pad. And I was like in a panic. I then got off Zoom, turned off my laptop, turned off my phone, and I was trembling at that point. And I felt that I was being accused of not letting her host on Zoom, and that was not my intention. I was just trying to help this her gig. I personally don't offer to make up flyers or have a commitment to host a Zoom or do anything unless I know what I'm doing first. But I was trying to help, and what happened subsequent to that is that in the following Wednesday community meeting, she said that somebody stabbed her in the back, and then at one of our meetings, she said that she wanted someone to show her how to share Spotify and Zoom and host Zoom. I had made a video showing how to do that, and I put it in Slack for her. And then in front of everybody in the meeting, she said that she wanted everyone as witness to announce that she wants no contact with Judy Berman. That I shouldn't put a helpful video in Slack for her, and I should not help her in any way, and I should not contact her at all. And I felt caught off guard and demoralized and humiliated. And it's not the first time. And I feel like with her, I'm walking in landmines that I never know, when it's going to occur next, that, she wants me to stay out of her way, but she's a bully. And I've spoken to my therapist about it. My therapist, by the way, is Black woman. And I told her all about this. I'm not lying, and I'm not delusional. And my therapist said that this person is a bully and I should not have contact with her. Well, I like Amy, but she hasn't been completely supportive to me on this. She says that she feels I'm acting in extreme and, like almost like I'm too crazy for her to handle. And then I need a change. I need a safe place where I can function, because I'm not abnormal, and I'm able to multitask. I'm able to be on Zoom. I'm able to be productive. I'm able to help people with tablets. I'm able to be good with virtual and digital literacy and host Zoom and do things with seniors and do things with Clubhouse connections and do things with people in meetings. And I've written and I've helped and I've made helpful videos. I do a lot of things well. I wanted to be in media. I don't want just to be a source of comedy, to be a spectacle. But then if I'm crying, like just ignore me or something. I was very hurt when I was told, in front of people, humiliated, I don't want contact with Judy Berman, and I was very humiliated. I was crying, and I was trembling, and I was very nervous. I've spoken to my psychiatrist this week. I've spoken to my therapist, and I happen to have hydroxyzine, and that was the wrong bottle. This is hydroxyzine, and so I'm supposed to take it on request as needed for anti-anxiety. I took a few, and I also had a bottle of wine cooler. I was not trying to kill myself. I was trying to calm myself down because I felt very, very tense, depressed, and demoralized. I felt triggered. This reminded me of my worst times when people have, accused me or blamed me or made me a scapegoat and didn't let me defend myself. And also times when if I made a mistake at my job, that I was made to feel terrible. I don't want to be crying and whimpering and shaking and trembling and defensive. I have a right to be able to function and not feel that if I try and help that I'm I'm going to be attacked. And then Amy's reaction was, well, why did you offer to help her? If I'm trying, at least acknowledge my efforts, then don't blame me. And, you know, I didn't sabotage her. I think she was looking for a scapegoat to save her own face for offering to do something when she didn't know how. Now, the thing is, I have a video to try and help. And I want to be where I'm going to feel safe and where people are going to allow me to feel good about myself being part of as a participant. And I no longer feel good where I am, and I want to go someplace where I feel good. I don't think this is me. I don't go over to people and attack them. I don't think I should need to be attacked, and I don't need a bully. Thank you.